Hey, my lovely friends, it's Christine Trainer here talking to you from New Westminster, British Columbia, Canada. Just trying to adjust my light here. You can see it, but I like to make sure that I'm clear. I'm always adjusting. I want to make sure. Well, I have that fear that you guys are going to go, what the hell? I can't see her, but I think we're doing okay. So, how are you doing today on this 22nd day of June, the 22nd day of the 6th month of the new decade? Woo! I almost didn't say it right. So I'm always adjusting to make sure everything's in order here. I have my little light. You probably can see it in my glasses. So I can't find a good place in my apartment to really have a good chat here. I had the window open, but then there's so much noise outside because I live in an apartment building that you can hear too much. And when I shut the window a little bit, it's a little quieter. So there we go. Oops, and as my fear is lessening because I'm taking the courage today to be feeling a little bit better and to get my daily thoughts done, because this is my daily thoughts on Motivation Monday, and what I want to share, as you guessed it, I'm talking about courage again today. I really want to get it more in depth, and as you can see, I'll probably be reading a little bit. Sorry guys, because you guys already know that I don't quite remember what I'm sharing, but today seems the right day for me to share about the word courage, or having courage, especially in our everyday lives, how we move forward in our life, and courage is a part of changing our life. That's actually what I'm going to share. Here is an interesting meaning of courage: moral strength to resist opposition, danger, or hardship, a firmness of mind, the will to face danger extremely difficult. Sorry guys. Give me a second, guys. I'm trying my best not to. It fell. Sorry. Woo, having an interesting day, but I have the courage to carry on and keep moving forward, even though there was a bit of a glitch there. In simple terms, courage is the bravery and strength to do something that could be dangerous or difficult. You need courage to begin something. Courage is the secret sauce that allows you to act despite your fears. Courage gives you the ability to put aside your fears or failure and take the first step. This awesome quote by Harry Hoover is a good one. It says it really well. Exactly. If you have the courage to begin, you have the courage to succeed. I like that one by Harry Hoover. And yes, uncertainty is there. It's a given. And your mind responds to fear. Courage allows you to attempt things that you haven't tried before, despite your fear of looking foolish. Hence my lies, right? And a few glitches ahead. As with this next quote by Stephen King, I love this one. The scariest moment is always just before you start. After that, things can get only better. Let's hope so, right? But believe it or not, there are about 6 types of courage. I'm just going to say them off for now anyways, because I want to continue on with my life here. The first one is moral courage, then there's emotional courage, there's physical courage, spiritual courage, intellectual courage, and social courage. And that's the one I'm going to share more so, is social courage. How's that? That's the one I'm going to probably share more today. And this is awesome. I'm still reading a bit more about this article about the variety, the types of courage. So I thought that'd be interesting. And now for me, as I share today, this reminds me of how I decided to do my lives, okay? I'm going to share about doing my lives, but that's why I'm going to share. Social courage is the type I'm sharing about today. Because when I started about 22 months ago, guys, it was this. I had something I wanted to share. I was still learning to work online, but there was something that I was passionate about, so I decided to share a live, okay? About the passion, about the community my sweeties are part of. And that's how I started doing it. That's all. I just started doing a live about that, guys. And I kid you not, it was scary. I was terrified. I didn't know how people would react to me. I kept saying, will I be dressed right? Will I look good? It was all these fears that are popping in my head. But I just took the next step. Turned on my cell phone. I actually wasn't on my cell phone. I was on my my webcam. And that's the first time I did one on my computer, right? And that's when I decided to get started and doing something very important, and that is to share my thoughts. And then it sort of adapted along for about a year or so. I did a variety of different lives, because to me, lives at that time were still a little scary. I still had a hard time realizing what I really wanted to share, even though I had a variety of things I wanted to share about the work I was doing, about things I was part of, and then I would just pop up and just share something for fun every so often, as I wanted to do. And they were very scary, I kid you not, but I decided to really get into it, guys. And so about 8 months ago, I did a live in December of 2019, and then January, I decided, why don't I do a daily live every day? Do my daily thoughts, guys. And that's when that started. I've been doing daily thoughts for about almost 7 months now. But I tell you what, it's still very scary because I'm not quite sure exactly how I want to share. I quite realize, will I be dressed properly? Will I have the right lipstick on? Will my hair be okay? Where am I going to? It's just everything pops up when I do a live, okay? But then I realized I have to overcome that fear. And I have to just move forward and do the live. I mean, for example, it reminds me when the night before, when I want to say I have that share for tomorrow, what am I going to share about? And it always stems about what will they think? How I share my life. Will they enjoy it? Will they go, oh God, what is she babbling about today? And that's what always is in my head, I fear. But I gather the courage, I go past that fear and I say, I'm going to do this live today. That's how I think. And then I get in a good area. I think this is not a bad area today. And I just get started, okay? And I have to write down a few things because that's how I do lives, okay, guys? So this is what I wanted to share. I mean, that is my social courage. Getting up in front of the camera on my cell phone now and just sharing my thoughts on a daily basis, because they are my journaling, and so I share my daily thoughts of what I'm journaling on a daily basis. And then I thought I'd share it with you. Whether people enjoy it or not, I'm not always everybody's cup of tea, but you know what? I am here to share my thoughts on a daily basis of the variety of subjects I like to share. And of course, today is Motivational Monday, so I thought courage, social courage, would be a good thing to talk about motivationally. I recommend doing a live. I do, because they do help free you. The more lives you do, the more things you think about, it becomes a beautiful part of who you are as a person, and people get to know you. It's a beautiful part. And I know people are scared to death to do a live because of what I just shared. They don't know if people like them. They don't know how they all dress. It's everything. But you know what? Getting in front of your cell phone for 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 minutes and then explaining who you are as you're a person gets people to know you who you are. And that's the social courage I wanted to adapt to. And it's getting better, guys. It's getting better as I figure out more and more how to do lives, even though I had that momentary glitch. Now let's, as usual, do some quotes. This one I like is by Maya Angelou, which says it really best. Courage is the most important of all the virtues, because without courage, you can't practice any other virtue consistently. I love that one. And this one, courage isn't the absence of fear, but the acquired ability to move forward beyond fear. That's what I wrote. And this one by Walt Disney is simple to the point. All our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. That's beautiful. Or this one, courage doesn't mean you're not afraid. Courage means you don't let fear stop you. Aha. Or this one by Steve Marabol. There will always be fear. Do it anyways. Let your courage inspire the world around you. Ah. Or this one, courage is never letting your action be influenced by your fears. That's my share today on my daily thoughts on Motivation Monday on courage, especially about social courage and courage yourself. I hope you enjoyed my daily thoughts today, my lovely friends. Have a beautiful, prosperous, wonderfully safe day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.